Welcome to the Addicted to DVC podcast, a deep dive into all things Disney Vacation Club. We share tips, tricks, and insider info, helping you make the most of your membership. Join us for the latest news, reviews, and interviews with DVC experts and enthusiasts. Whether you're a seasoned DVC member or considering your first contract, this podcast is for you. Now, here are your hosts, Mike Hurley and Gary Arruda.
Welcome to the Addicted to DVC podcast with Mike and Gary. This is episode 65, recorded in the DeFont Leroy Recording Studios in Sarasota, Florida, Cranston, Rhode Island. I'm your host, Mike, in Florida, joined by my cousin and co-host, Gary, up in Rhode Island. Good evening, Gary.
What's going on, Mike?
Not much.
How you doing today?
I'm irritated.
I know you are. You were
so irritated right now.
You're having some technical difficulties on your
Look at my picture. For those of you watching on YouTube, you can see my voice. It's like a heartbeat right now. Should connect my whoop to this like they do with the golfers.
Oh, it'd be going through the roof right now. I bet.
Does not recognize your camera that you've used for 900 episodes on the other podcast.
You tell them.
And I changed my USB. You know what's going to happen after we do this and I record a WDW Beyond the Gates podcast? I'm going to unplug my computer and plug it back in. And if this works, I'm going to be even more furious. I hate when you unplug the computer, when you reboot it and it just fixes every problem. Garbage.
And that's what they tell you to do, too. Did you try restarting it? You're like, of course I did. Well, do it again.
Routers, everything else. I'm so pissed off right now. I hate Bill Gates. He's a piece of shit.
Oh, now we're swearing on the show.
Yeah, I already put on YouTube that it's not for kids.
Oh, good. So you're just going to
warning parents, anyways. Yeah, Bill Gates, that little weasel, creates these monopolies, and he just gives you garbage, just absolute trash.
It's his fault that your camera's on.
Yeah, he's a little spineless weasel.
Keep going. I like this. I like
why? You like seeing me irritated?
I wish I could see you right now.
Yeah, you can't see me. There's a picture of me in a recording with an old Yacht Club t-shirt.
I like that shirt.
Yeah, it's a great shirt. I love that shirt. You want me to keep ripping Bill Gates? Or should
if you want. I mean,
you don't think he's a little weasel?
I don't think about it.
His like 1970s Jeffrey Dahmer glasses.
Yeah, that's not a great look.
No.
It's probably not great that his wife supposedly divorced him because he was on the Epstein Island list.
Oh, has that list come out yet?
No, I don't think it exists anymore, Pards.
Oh, okay.
We can get into that in another episode.
Yeah, I'm fired up right now.
I can see that.
I've got like cords all over the office right now. Nothing's working. Does not recognize your USB. Shut up.
I have a question, though, that this might calm you down. Did you watch the Jets game today?
Oh, stop it with that. I don't even know if it was on. I don't watch.
If that game was on, then you got issues because that might have been the worst match. Well, there were a lot of bad matchups today. Miami versus Cleveland.
Terrible.
But, I mean, the Jets weren't the most pathetic franchise in that stadium today, though. Did you see what happened to the Giants?
No, I heard that they gave up like 33 fourth quarter points.
Yeah, that is what happened. They gave up 33 fourth quarter points. And they lost. And then they went ahead with 31 seconds left, and they still lost. They missed like 3 extra points, and they lost by 1 point on a last-second field goal.
Was that the game on in your neck of the woods?
No, it's not on either, because the Giants are so bad lately that they don't even show them anymore in Rhode Island. It's the Patriots, and then they'll show a Cowboys game or a Bills game. Those are the only games I get now. Used to always get the Giants games.
Always, especially when I was a kid. It was
once in a blue moon.
They played the Redskins like 40 times that year. Can we even say that now?
Yeah, you could say it. You could bleep that out when you bleep out the other bad word you said.
I'm not bleeping anything out.
Oh, risky. I mean, we had some people excited that you were going to do your draft pick, and if your camera was working, you had all the hats, you were ready to pick, but now we can't do it with the technology failing. That's unfortunate. You're going to take your talents to South Beach. I know you said you've always liked the Dolphins. We'll stick with this topic for another minute, and then we'll move on.
Mm-hmm.
You said you always liked the Dolphins because of the good weather and the colors and everything. But you must hate their coach right now, Mike McDaniels.
No, why?
Oh, he's like a nerdy weasel. He wears like the short pants, and he thinks he's cool, and he wears like brand new sneakers.
Oh, he's a clown.
He's the biggest douche in the NFL.
I wish they still dressed like what you call it, the old Cowboys coach.
Barry Switzer?
No, not Switzer.
No, Tom Landry. I knew what you
Tom
meant. With
Landry.
the hat and the suit on the sideline.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be too. I would love a suit. Who was wearing? There was the guy for San Francisco not that long ago was wearing a suit, and they told him he had to stop because they need to sell the merch. The league makes him dress that way.
It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous. These basketball coaches look like complete jack-offs, don't they?
Not my coach. He wears a suit.
Oh, I forget. He's the only non-jack-off. He doesn't wear a tie, though. He doesn't wear a tie.
He wears a tie sometimes, not all the time.
He doesn't. He's a clown. All right.
Rick Pitino looks nice. There's a few guys.
Oh, well, Patino's old school. I'm talking the pros.
Oh, in the pros, nobody wears a suit. Yeah, the NBA,
they all wear their...
I don't think I've seen anybody. And even in the NCAA, there's only like 5 or 6 guys that still wear a suit.
Richard Pitino.
Buzz Williams still wears a suit. I think he's at Texas A&M. Richard Pitino. He should make his son start wearing a suit now that he's in the Big East at Xavier, because he didn't wear one in New Mexico, but he's got to start.
He did at Minnesota, I believe.
Yeah, but then it went away. COVID got rid. It was all 2020. Like all these guys started wearing jumpsuits.
Yeah, but would you get caught? Did you catch COVID easily when somebody wore a tie?
If you wear a tie, it restricts your breathing and it makes you more susceptible to the virus parts.
Okay. No, I didn't. We didn't get that memo.
No,
I missed that Fauci.
That you didn't get that memo.
Yeah,
no, I don't know. They just started because there were no fans. I guess they just were like, "Oh, we'll just wear jumper," and then they just stuck with it.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
They need suits.
I think it's disrespecting the profession. That's why you wore a suit.
I agree. At least wear an ugly Bob Knight sweater at the very least, right?
Yeah, you dressing down. I think it's disrespectful.
That's why. I mean, that's not why, but it's one thing I like because all the assistants too. Like when your head coach wears a suit, all the assistants are wearing suits. You look like a professional organization, don't you?
Yes.
You're going to work. Your business. This is business, you know?
Yeah, right. You got a business meeting. You're screwing off at practice all week, and now this is your showcase. This is a show.
Exactly.
This is a big-time show in New York City.
If I was an athletic director, that would be in their contract. If they're a basketball coach, they were wearing a suit to every game. Unless they have one of those like dress down coaches versus cancer games or something. But other than that, suit and tie. No sneakers. Got to wear like dress shoes.
Yep.
I probably wouldn't be an athletic director, though. I don't think that's my career trajectory at this point. They never say never, but it's not looking good.
No, I'd say that's probably safe bet that you're not going to be an AD anytime soon.
Yeah.
But if that phone call does come, you know who your assistant AD is going to be, right?
Oh, yes. Mr. Hurley. Just get a call. This is the Ohio State University. Wonder if you're interested in our open athletic director.
How long before we get investigated for scandals?
Oh, there'd be tons of scandals. that skimming the NIL money. Oh, you better believe it. Anyway, what's our topic this week, Mike? Let's steer this ship back.
Well, we've got a couple things. We had a in our Addicted to DVC group on Facebook, DVC Addicts, we had a question from our good friend Ken Cabot. We'll get to that, but I think to start the show, we're going to talk about that membership magic and beyond, or whatever the heck it's called.
Yeah, they announced that it's coming back for 2026, correct?
Yes.
Now, did they release? Are there any differences? Because I'm looking at
it's the same price. It looks like it stayed at $99.
So it says the 2026 benefits package can be purchased for $99 starting December 9th for usage January 1st through December 31st, 2026. But all the benefits are the 2025 benefits. So I guess they're just staying the same. Nothing different.
Sounds it.
Okay. But so it's coming back. So it wasn't a failure. They didn't raise the price, which is odd. You assume they just would, just out of,
yeah, right. Exactly.
Habit. Just raise it 114 or something. Who cares? Like, you think anybody would not do it again because of that?
No.
I don't know how many people did it. They obviously don't release those kind of numbers. What do you think, like, as a percentage of people? I think it's pretty low, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I think it's pretty low as well.
And I don't think the price is the reason. I think people probably don't know or care about it. Yeah.
No.
Because there are some really good perks. We talked about it when they first announced it last year. Some of the perks are okay, whatever. They are what they are. Like the opportunity to buy the annual pass with your points. I don't think that's a great perk, but it exists. It's part of the perks that you get. Specially priced tickets. The 30-day memory maker entitlement is a good one if you don't have an annual pass with that on there. And if you go just once a year, that's a nice perk because that's $100 anyway, right? The memory maker add-on to your annual pass.
Yep.
So that pays for it. You guys buy that. You add that onto your annual pass,
just
right?
I do. Kristen doesn't because we don't need two of those.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to do both because you have access to each other's photos.
Right.
Through the app. The priority access to the lounges is a good perk, but I don't think people are paying $100 for that necessarily. I think the best perk is the one-time use points.
Yeah, that's a great perk.
Which essentially you can, if you do this every year and it stays at $100, you can increase your contract by 24 points per year for, what is it, $20 a point? So like $350.
That's not bad.
Right? Is it 20 or 22 for a one-time use point? Because I always forget because I know they increased the price of the one-time use points and then they brought it back down and I don't remember what it went from and to. But either way, you get 12 points. You buy 12 and you get 12 free.
$20, by the way.
Okay, I thought it was went up to 22 and then back down to 20. So that's what happened. Yeah, so 240 plus the 99 for the thing. So you're at $339 for 24 use points for points. That's not bad. That's an extra night.
Yeah.
In a one bedroom for $350 every year, essentially, if it stays at that price. I'm actually a little surprised you didn't do it just for that reason, because that seems like a good like weasel way to get, extra mileage out of your contract. Not weasel way.
Do you have to be out of points in order to use these? I don't think so. Do you?
I know it. You can only use it at the 7 month.
Yep.
I know that is true. And I think you have to be, at least a contract has to be out. I don't think you have to be completely out. You don't have to borrow. Like, they won't force you to borrow, but I think that use year for that contract has to be empty.
Okay, so I'm not empty on any of them, so I wouldn't be eligible, apparently.
But you could bank them before you do it. You know what I mean? Like, if you had 25 points left, or 24, I guess, and you wanted to do this instead, you bank them, then now you have 0, and then you buy one-time use points.
Gotcha.
So unless you have more than 24 that you're going to waste without banking or using, then you wouldn't be able to use it. But other than that, I think you can. I could be wrong because I haven't done it yet either. Something to think about, though. That's a good option, even for me. Like, even for $480 for 24 points, that's not bad. Not being able to get them half price, but so I mean, for you, what would you use? You would use the one-time use points if you bought it. You would definitely use the access to the lounges, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Yep.
Because you're not going to use your points to buy your annual pass. I mean, you don't really care about the special meet and greet, right?
No.
Okay. Special price tickets, that's not bad, but you already have an annual pass, so that doesn't do you any good.
Nope.
And then Disneyland special price tickets. So if you're planning on going to Disneyland, then maybe that's a good idea.
Sure.
Because I don't know how much you save, but you get it. And then the Alani photo print. So I guess if you're going to Alani, you get a free print. And the memory maker doesn't even work for you because you go so
right
all over the place.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it within that time slot.
Right. But I guess even then, how often do you even care about the photos? You get it because it's not that much to have it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you don't. The only time you use it is when you download photos for me, pretty much.
You correct?
And probably when you went with your niece, I'm sure
Yep.
you got some of those photos and stuff, and it's nice to have it. But that would have been one, like, if you didn't have it, you probably, if you had the membership magic, you would have got it for that trip, so you guys could have taken photos when she was there.
Yeah, exactly.
Which would make sense. Yeah, I'm glad they're bringing it back. I mean, it's obviously, I don't think it costs them much infrastructure to set it up. There's got to be a good percentage of people that pay the $99 and don't use any of the perks.
Sure.
Like, you do it and you're like, oh, I'll grab this thing. And like someone like you, if you had bought it last year, you would have paid $99 and probably only used it for the lounge maybe once or twice.
And for the lounge, it probably would have been worth it.
Yeah, but I'm saying that doesn't really cost Disney anything.
No.
The only thing that costs them is the one-time use points and the photo pass thing on it. So if you aren't using those perks, it's basically free money for them. And you feel good about it because if you get that front of the line access to the lounge, you're like, oh, this is great. This is worth my time. If I could save an hour 3 or 4 times a year, that's worth $100 to you, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I agree with that. I don't know. Any other thoughts on it?
No.
I think that should be like our resolution for 2026 is one of us needs to use one-time use points in 2026.
Just to kind of see how it works.
Just to use extra points for no reason. Because that's the best part, isn't it? Just using points.
Absolutely.
See, I think you like saving points more, and I like using points more.
As I stay in one bedrooms all the time, yeah.
No, I'm not saying like you're being a miser with them, but I think you like having lots of points in your account. Like you like seeing your balances being up there, like it's an investment account. Whereas I like to see it like the expiring. I want to use them as much as I can, as quickly as I can.
We were watching some YouTubes this morning of the cottages at Vero Beach, and she's sold again on them.
You need a contract. You need another 160 like Saratoga contract to get them.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you probably need a Vero contract because those cottages are hard to get, aren't they?
Depends on the time of year. We could get one in the summer. I'd really like to get one though. Thanksgiving's been on my bucket list.
That would be nice. Now, who do you usually do Thanksgiving with? Kurt, right?
Yeah, we usually go to Sarah Bay.
So would you tell? Oh, I thought that was Easter. You go. All right, whatever.
No, it's Christmas. Either one of us hosts, but past couple Thanksgivings we've just gone to Sarah Bay.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that'd be a no-brainer then. Yeah, you're not even like changing someone else's plans.
Yeah, correct.
That would be nice. That would be such overkill for no reason, but it would be really nice.
No, because I'd have to invite some people. Like you might have to tell your family to go F off.
Oh, just fly down myself.
Yeah, no. You bring the kids. Your wife and kids are invited.
Oh, tell them we're not hosting Thanksgiving.
Correct.
I gotcha.
Say, here are the directions to how to make a turkey. Catherine will host. We'll see y'all next year. Happy holidays.
Yeah. Catch you on the 24th. See you on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
That's not a bad play.
No.
I don't know if that would fly. It might be just me after the conversation.
That's fine.
So you can go if you want. I'm not going.
That's fine. I'm going to change things up once in a while, Parts.
I don't disagree with you.
No, you don't.
All right, shall we move on to our good friend, Mr. Cabot?
Yeah.
All right. So we got a message this morning on our Facebook group, like you said, from one of, if not our most loyal listener. I think he's been with us since episode 1 of
the episode 00 or 000, whatever it was.
Yeah, that's right. The preview episode. So he goes way back. And he says on his message, "Greetings, gentlemen. I need your help deciding which resort to stay at for a trip April 4th through the 12th. I need a 1-bedroom." Of course, that's a no-brainer. We don't really even talk to the people who book studios anymore.
No.
My original and current plan was to stay in a Bay Lake Resort View for 336 points. I have all of the nights reserved except for April 8th, which I waitlisted about a month ago. My options are keep what I have at Bay Lake for 336 points and hope the missing night comes through. One slight con here is Bay Lake pool will be closed during April, so you'd have to use the regular contemporary pool, which isn't a bad pool.
No.
Just a little further of a walk. For 379 points, go with Bay Lake Preferred View, which is fully available now. Switch to Saratoga for 290 points. Switch to Kidani and hope to get a refurbed room, 281 points for Resort View or 333 for Savannah. Old Key West for 286 or Boulder Ridge for 334. What's the play here, Pards? There's a lot of numbers, a lot of good information.
Mm-hmm.
My first instinct is always to go with your first choice. Right? Because there's a reason that one you're waitlisting. There's a reason you want that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's your first choice, right? That's the one that you really want to do.
Sure.
Those Bay Lake rooms are great. The 1-bedroom, we talked about it last week. It's nice and big, right? At Bay Lake Tower.
Yep.
Newly refurbished, looking great. So that's my instinct, is to stick with it. However, I don't love having to do an extra 43 points. Because he's like me. He's flying in. He can't be hoping for this wait list up to a week before. He's got to get this locked in pretty soon, I would imagine.
Yep.
So for 379, that's a lot of points to use for the preferred just to get that extra night, essentially. I don't know. I hate not having the full reservation. He won't do a split stay. He did follow up in a comment saying that his wife is allergic to split stays, meaning they're not going to break this up. This is going to be an all or nothing for these nights. What are your thoughts on this?
Let's rule things out.
Okay, I want to hear your thought process.
I'm ruling out Kidani.
Yeah, I knew you would. Yep.
Basically because of the hope to get a refurbished room, which means that they're going to be crack barrel in the middle of a refurbishment. It's going to be loud.
It's at the end of it. It goes from now till May. So they're going at the middle of April, which is nearing the end of the refurbishment, but there's still no guarantee. But I get where you're coming from with that. So you could get an old room. You could be right next to the construction. You could be put in the corner because the elevator that you normally use isn't in access because
for me, there's just because it was the hope to get a refurbished room, and I just don't want to be disappointed. And you could be disappointed on a few levels here.
Yeah, I agree with that. So we're going to get rid of Kidani. Actually, I'm going to agree with you on that. So Kidani's out. We're not going to do Kidani. I hate to say it. I also, there is some intel here. I believe that Ken always rents a car when he's on property. So that being said, that old Key West room is enormous.
Again,
and you're safe.
I need that button, don't I?
What's that?
I need that button on my board that we've been talking about.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
The Old Key West room is the biggest one bedroom on property. It's the least amount of points here, 286, and you have the car, so you don't have to worry about their bad bus system or being far from everything because you could drive. I don't think that's a terrible play. I wouldn't switch to Saratoga, even though I love Saratoga. If I'm going to switch away from Bay Lake and to save points, I'm going to go to Old Key West. That's just me. If you want to spend the points and know you got a room, Boulder Ridge is great. I mean, 334 points, great one bedroom there, great resort, still close to the Magic Kingdom, so you're not worried about losing out on that as much. Like, if that's what you like about Bay Lake with being close to the Magic Kingdom, you get that with Boulder Ridge as well. It's a fantastic resort. The pools there are great. I don't think that's a bad play. So I'm actually between, if you're going to switch away from Bay Lake, I wouldn't switch. Bay Lake, if you can get that wait list to come through, 100% Bay Lake's the way to go because that was your first choice, your gut instinct, stick with it. If you're going to switch, you have to decide, am I going to switch? No matter what, am I going to be like disappointed that we don't have Bay Lake? If that's the mentality, just go Old Key West and save the points. If you don't really care and you want to be close to Magic Kingdom, spend the points and do Boulder Ridge. So I think those are your two best backup plans there. Number 5 and 6 on your list. What do you like that thought process, or you disagree in any way?
No, I mean I like Bay Lake. That's been on my list for a long time, especially that one bedroom.
Sure.
I'm very confident that that's going to come through. Although I'm pretty sure it's going to be school vacation with the ages of his kids. So
yeah, that's like spring break, Easter time. So I don't know exactly. That could be a tough one. Because I'm on the same boat. I have a wait list for one night, and it's the night of 4th of July. So I'm like, I don't know if that's going to come through or not.
Yeah, that usually they do though.
But it's a 1-bedroom value. I'm missing one night in that. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, that could be a problem.
Because there's only like 3 of them. So is one of those 3 people going to bang out? Because I have all the other nights if I need it. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
I'll tell you what, you look at these points, and to save 60 points, 50 points, or whatever the math is, and stay at Old Key West, I kind of like that play.
I think so too. With the car, it's gonna be, that's the key though. They have a car, so that's going to be helpful.
And I know from when we hooked up a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, when he took me to Moonlight Magic, he said he usually, on every trip, they usually do date night and get babysitters for the kids. So, staying at Old Key West, it's on a bad play to go to downtown Disney. But then again, if you're a Bay Lake, you could do some Cali Grill or monorail hop and go over to the Grand Floridian.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm with you, though. I think I'm going to I'd probably monitor Old Key West and see what it looks like as far as is it starting to get to occupancy. Yeah. But I think I'm going to stay with Bay Lake and just maybe set a deadline that if this does not come through at a certain date, then maybe modify and jump over to Old Key West. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think one thing which I just confirmed is that this is Easter. So he's going on the Saturday of Easter. Easter is on April 5th next year.
Gotcha.
So this is school vacation, spring break week for the Northeast for sure. Probably maybe even some places down south. I don't know. So these rooms could disappear quickly. That's a busy like Easter weekend is probably one of the few that even Old Key West and Saratoga sell out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So you don't want to keep waiting and then lose out completely on what you want. So I think you make the decision relatively soon, like you said. Maybe another, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks to monitor it.
Yeah, maybe go into November. Yeah.
Yeah, that's only a couple weeks away. And then I think you got to make your final decision at that point, because you don't want to get to the point where now you're forced to go to the preferred and spend more points to be at Bay Lake with a refurbished pool or a closed pool. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because that's like 379 is a lot. That's a big jump up.
Yeah, it is.
From 3, we're trying to go backwards for him, and he's thinking about 379. That 286, that's a nice sweet spot, Old Key West. Nice
yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's such a great room.
I know we always like talk bad about Old Key West, but then once you say, "Oh, 1 bedroom," you're like, "Well, you know what? You make a good point. It is pretty nice." What did we say it was, like 940 square feet or something like that?
No, it wasn't quite that big, but I think
it was over 900 though. I know
was it
that.
really?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great 1 bedroom.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of. We didn't really help. We didn't make a decision for him, but I think we narrowed it down.
Yeah, I'm leaning toward that Old Key West,
even ahead of Boulder Ridge. Just say, screw it. Let's just
points. It's just
drive
that's a lot of points for Boulder Ridge, I think.
But he's already spending the points. He already has those points spent at Bay Lake.
Yeah, he already has it, so I'm going to try to save him 50.
That's fair.
Bank him.
And yeah, you can't like stay an extra night because obviously he's doing it through school vacation. So it's not like do Old Key West and stay an extra night or two to make up for the points, because it's the reason they're going at that time is because it's vacation, I'm sure.
Right.
But save them for the next trip. They go a few times a year. Yeah, I would do. I'm going to agree with you. Old Key West, surprisingly, on Addicted to DVC.
We never agree, do we?
Oh, we agree, but we never agree on Old Key West.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Or we never suggest Old Key West, I guess you could say. But here we are. I don't know. Any final thoughts? I think we've steered him well.
Yeah.
Have not led him, right?
Yeah, we always give good guidance.
Especially, our good buddy Ken.
Ken's so solid, isn't he?
Best. I love Ken. And he'll message us like 25 minutes after the show comes out, commenting on it and saying, I agree, or I already changed it, or whatever.
Yeah, right. Completely disagree.
Yeah, well, whatever. I don't care. We always have good
engagement with him.
Yeah, he's awesome. All our listeners. We have some of the best listeners. They love to engage with us and talk to us, and we love it. So we appreciate that. And if you haven't and you're listening, reach out. We're not very scary.
Well, I mean, speak for yourself.
We may seem it, but it's not too bad.
Kicking my monitors before we logged on this afternoon or this evening.
Well, okay. If you're a piece of electronic equipment that's malfunctioning, we could be a little scary. But if you're a person, we're usually pretty nice. Why don't you wrap us up?
I'm going to wrap us up. All right. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at DVC Addicts. Email the show, info@addictedtodvc.com. And join our Facebook group, DVC Addicts. From my cousin and co-host, Gary in Rhode Island, I'm Mike in Florida. Thanks for listening. We'll talk again next week.
Thank you for listening to the Addicted to DVC podcast with Mike and Gary. We want to hear from you. Email us at info@addictedtodvc.com and follow us on all socials at DVC Addicts. We appreciate you being a part of our DVC community, and we'll see you again on our next episode. Thanks again for listening, and welcome home.